Thanks for being with us tonight for Open Line with my guest, Sergeant Danny Hale.
There you go.
From the Nashville FOP, the president of the Nashville FOP. Thank you very much for being with us to it. You know, I think we're having a conversation. It's not always a comfortable conversation, but it's a conversation that needs to be had.
I'm glad to do it. I try to explain as much as I can when I can.
There you go. We're talking about Beyoncé, the controversy, the conversation that she started with her Super Bowl performance and the song Formation and the video that goes along with it. We've really appreciated your phone calls, your honesty, your heartfelt emotions tonight. Here's a little bit look at that Super Bowl performance. If you're just saying, what is all this about? Some people talking about the outfits of her and her dancer paying homage to the Black Panthers, a movement that was centeredly started around police brutality and fighting back against it back in the 60s. Went on to the 80s, and you said 2 Nashville officers lost their lives because of this, or as part of it.
That was in the 60s, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right, so the Nashville FOP has said, we're asking our officers not to volunteer to work the Beyoncé concert. We're not calling for a boycott, but you understand it's going to be fully staffed.
Absolutely.
Officers are going to be out there. The public's going to be safe.
It's all going to come out the other side, and we just want people to maybe stop and think, and that's the only thing we ask for. And I don't think Ms. Knowles has to worry a moment that the Nissan Stadium won't be fully staffed and ready to go.
After you all made this announcement last week, what's been the reaction? Have you heard from officers on the force?
I've heard from a lot of folks that they're very happy with somebody taking a stance, and I felt the need that I had to. My board of directors felt that we had to stand up and do something. They started. I'm sorry. They started with the boycott theme.
Right.
I'm like, guys, I don't even want to say that word because to me it's useless. What are you going to boycott? Who are you going to boycott? All you do is give them a lot of more press. But don't get me wrong, I'm not so sure that this hasn't accomplished the same goal. So you know, the officers are out there. They worry about what goes on day to day, but I think they're more worried about taking care of their families and things of that nature than the politics around all this.
Okay. With that said, let's go back to the lines here. We've had a lot of folks waiting for a while. Gay is on the line. Gay, thank you for being with us.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
I am not a big fan of any kind of rap music from personal experience a long time ago. And so I kind of support the Mr. Sergeant Hill on this situation. But what I've got a question about is there's a commercial on TV that's been running the last week or so. I think it's been since the Super Bowl for a Toyota
Prius. I've seen it. I saw it before it came out, and I thought it was interesting. It's along the lines of satire, and I got to be honest. If we sat around and got mad at everyone that made fun of police officers, we would have been mad at Barney Fife our whole life.
Okay, so. I feel like an outsider because I haven't seen the commercial.
You have not?
I have not.
It's on your station, and to me it sends the wrong message.
I don't get to watch our commercials a lot during the newscast, so that's why I haven't seen it. I have a 3- and a 1-year-old, so we spend a lot of time watching the Disney Channel. But okay, so wrap it up for me. They robbed a bank. Their car was gone, so they got in a Toyota Prius, and because of the gas mileage and the hybrid, it ran forever. So the chase went on for long periods of time. If you want to get right down to it, at times does it make fun of the police? Absolutely, it makes fun of the police. But like I said, you know, if you took offense to that, Barney Miller and Andy Mayberry would really do you in, because Barney Fife was probably the worst of the worst. So you know, and I loved all those shows. And like I said, this is another thing they get to advertise however they choose to. And I think they probably spent $5 million to put that commercial on. So if you got that kind of money, I guess you can get whatever you want. There you go. Gay, thank you for calling in tonight.
Okay.
All right. Maria's also on the phone. Maria, thank you for being with us.
I'm sorry, my English is bad. I'm Puerto Rican. What I wanted to say is Beyoncé, with all her looks and her fame, I think she's been in the White House too many times. Because this is something that is a propaganda for the young people that know about the Black Panther and all that. And I think the police is doing the right thing by saying they don't want to participate, because she's dependent on the policeman to protect her. How's she going to hand the feed you? How are you going to buy them? That don't sound right. Our president is the one they want to divide the black and white, and now through Beyoncé, he's succeeding. Thank you very much.
Maria, thank you for calling in. All right, let's go to Roosevelt's been waiting a long time. Roosevelt, thank you for your patience tonight.
And thank you for thanking me. And Sergeant Hill, I met a police officer the other day, and I told him, I said, I'm the safest person in America. And he said, I am too. I said, where did you hear that? He said, I heard it from you. I'm saying that to say this. I have about 15 police cards in my bill folder of police officers here. My father taught me how to befriend the law in Alabama. And I know this. We lost a brother in 1953 from the Civil Rights Movement, and in 1963 we lost our interpersonal communication skills when two nuns were on a bus and they refused their seat, and my sister was on her way to Stillman College. I never will forget it. I was in the 3rd grade, and I said I'll never forget these time periods. But I'm saying this to say this. It's an emotion which has turned into a virus, and it is affecting the American people. They do not know how to put into words what it is that they are feeling from these times. I have lived it, and I just wanted to share that with you. I'm coming from a neutral perspective, but I know my life has something to offer to help diffuse these things. And thank you very much.
Well, Roosevelt, you speak so eloquently, and I'm so glad you called in, and thank you for hanging with us. My question is, Sergeant and I have been talking about this angst that's out there, and you call it a virus. I think that's a great way to describe it, and young people not knowing exactly how to say what they're feeling. What do you think the answer is? How do we get past this and keep moving forward in a positive direction?
Well, I went to school at Selma University. The movie Selma is also contributing to this virus. A lot of the people who saw the movie Selma do not know that the real history of the movie, the background of the movie is between pages 147 and 203 in the book Black in Selma. Well, I went to Selma University. I know the real history of the Civil Rights Movement. And in the book, The Baptist History by Macbeth, Dr. J.H. Jackson said that black or white, that nonviolent civil disobedience caused violence. It was not violent, but it caused violence. I'm a recipient of what happened in the 60s, and I just vowed to make sure that when the time came, it repeated itself, I would be somewhere to remember, to remind people of what it was. And you don't hear in the black church what the church was before it was used in the movement. And black radio is feeding a lot of this stuff too. Those who are on black radio, they were at the end of the Civil Rights Movement. They were not in it, and they are feeding this generation what's out there now. They don't know what the church was before it was used in the movement. I'm a graduate of Selma University. Mrs. Juanita Abernathy, the sister of Dr. MLK Jr. I talked to them personally, directly, and Mrs. Abernathy is very angry about a lot of the things that is happening now. And so you got to diffuse these emotions. And my father was in the 488th Amphibious Trucking Company, World War II, never lost a soldier. And I'm a product of the soundest Baptist church in the state of Alabama. So I'm concerned about where the country is today, and it's about our continue to be free and to be sound and to be safe.
Roosevelt, thank you, and that's amazing. Do y'all give a call of the night? Well, that's it.
We will
I'll
tonight.
assure you.
Yes.
I mean, it was just I didn't say anything because I was listening, and he is correct, and it's not. It comes from all sides. Everybody has to sit back and have that conversation, and if you're not willing to have that conversation, then it's going to blow up. Yeah. Sooner or later, it will blow up.
Yeah. Roosevelt, thank you so very much. On that note, we are going to take a break. We'll be right back.